We're live, right on time. Actually, early. I set this for 1:05, and it's 1 o'clock. We're early. Hope everyone can hear me. It looks like the levels are good here. I don't have anyone in the room with me right now, but if someone could tell me, I should probably check this. If someone could tell me if they can hear me, it would be great. Wow, got a bunch of people already on here. All right. Kana Browning, I think I'm saying it right. Kana, maybe. That is awesome, from Hawaii. Aloha. That's amazing. You're early, and I'm early. Looking forward to this. This is going to be a great one. Jojo, great to see you. Great to see you. Bender Digital. That's my man Billy. Oh, Jane is here, my trusty assistant. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, Brian Strassheim. We were gonna do a shout out. I don't know if we got them done, so I actually don't have the shout outs ready. I don't know, to be honest with you. But so I'm shouting you out right now. I know you just put in your third or fourth, fifth, I don't know, something like that card. So huge shout out to you. But this is gonna be great. Jojo, thank you, says that. Always likes listening to Jake, and so real and no fluff. Appreciate that a ton. You guys are gonna really love this stream today. Yeah, dude says, can't explain how terrified I am to talk to business owners. It's only terrifying when you don't do it. It's not terrifying when you do it. So you have to just go out and do it. It's one of those things you have to face your fear and just do it. Everyone gets nervous. Hang on. Everyone, even me, and I've been talking to prospects since I was 22. I still get nervous. You just have to go do it. That's really all you have to do. My body is ready, he says. Andrew says, hello from Indiana. Let's hear where everyone's from. Let's see. I should be able to pull that up there. Got a little bit of a better screen share system, I think, right here. Just type where you are. Let's see where you guys are. We got someone over in the UK. We got some people. No one on the East Coast. No East Coasters. Erica McClellan is here. She's in Massachusetts. I know she's going to be here. Oh, Zoe's here? I didn't see Zoe. Where is she? She probably still working on them shout-outs. They're going to have to be next time. I don't have them. Huge shout-out to Zoe, to Jane, to Andrea. Jojo is glad that everyone's doing well. I'm broke with $2.34 in my account. Well, don't worry about saving for the program, because you will have enough. If you don't have enough information already, you'll have enough information to just get started now. I would say the only thing that you probably want to get some cash for is to buy some physical samples. That can help quite a bit. But really, this is designed to not need any money up front. If you are putting money up front, you don't have to. Definitely don't have to. Brian says, Jane, you are awesome. Thank you for being so helpful. You know what? A lot of people popping up here. A lot of people popping up. That's great. And hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. Why don't we do this? We'll come back to the tuning in, and why don't we do a little spin while we can see everyone on here. Let's see. And I added a couple new prizes. So let's see. We can see everyone's name on here. Macintosh Design, nice job. Let's see what you're going to win. What did I add here? I added a 15-minute call. I threw that one in there again. A month of Elite membership. Let's see. What are you winning, Macintosh Designs? What are you going to win? We'll do one more contest, and I'll catch up with the comments. Oh, you won the 15-minute call. I was hoping that one wasn't going to pop up that often. You won it. Just tell Zoe. Let's give another spin here. Laura Button, nice job, Laura. You are another winner today. I love being able to see the people's names. You won the 50-pack or the Polche pack. Either one. It is yours, Laura. Just shoot Zoe at printingforsupercheap.com, I think, which is showing on the screen right now. Just shoot her an email and say, I won. Gimme it. Gimme. Oh, Andrea's here, another trusty assistant. We got them all here. Emily's at the ENT. Megan is somewhere. Leanne somewhere. I don't know. Kirk might be in here. Who knows? Bruce, fresh and ready, back from Los Angeles in beautiful Henderson, Nevada. Oh, that's amazing. I bet you it's so nice there. We're finally getting our nice weather here. Andrew has a good point right here. That's a great point. He just said you have to start and be honest that you are just getting started. Don't try to make yourself out to be something that you're not. Don't try to pump yourself up and puff yourself up and make it seem like you're this bigger operation or established operation. It's not going to work. It's going to backfire on you. And it's going to make it harder mentally to try to live up to that standard. Just be honest, be yourself. Say, I'm just trying to promote some local businesses. I thought this would be a good idea to hit some nice neighborhoods, get 10,000 people, and everyone just shares the card. I just want to promote local business. Is that something you might be interested in? That's it. When you have these higher standards, it backfires. And I know how it is. There's Zoe. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Come on. Sounding great, Brian says. Okay, I'm going to catch up to these comments here. Oh, very nice, very nice. Catching up. Okay. And we're going to get to this nice little... Let's see where everyone's at here right now. Oh, Wine Shop TV. Chris Campbell's here. Where is it? Is it going to show? What, did it reload it? I think it wiped it out. I don't know. Maybe it'll pop up again. I really like seeing where everyone was at. Oh, Will Bradwell's here. Huge shout out to Will Bradwell. If you ever need your EDDM's filled out fast. He's got rapidslips.com. It's amazing. It must have to reload or something. I don't know. Whatever. How about this? Let's get this going. 9x12. 2025 hot tips. The hottest tips. You're going to learn so much. I'm going to try to do this rapid fire so it moves along. I think all these things will pop up again once it loads or something. It's Stream Alive being weird. I don't know. It'll pop up again. I like seeing where everyone's at. Wait, what's Rick say? Can you go over the why to sell 10,000 instead of 5,000? The broad answer to that is you make more money for the same amount of work. That's the broad answer. You're going to make more money for the same amount of work, and your customers are probably going to get better response because you're doubling the volume. So it's likely that your card is going to just do better overall. You're going to make more money, and you're going to do the exact same amount of work. That's the general answer. Myra is here. Great to see you, Myra. Andrew says samples are important. You like that little... Wait, let me do it again. Hang on, I'll go back to the full screen. You like this? Where it shoots in. Isn't that nice? Isn't that amazing? Christopher loves the sample pack. Earl says, thanks for the EDM price increase. You know, it's fun. It's my least viewed video out of the last 10. It's my 9 out of 10. When you upload YouTube videos, it says, how is this video performing out of your last 10? It's the 10th out of 10 or whatever. It's the bottom. No one cares. I don't know. They'll feel it. Trust me, when they get surprised. I appreciate you appreciating that, though. I know this. We'll spin more. I see Josh Polche. I see Julie Clegg here. I see Heather Watchman, Shiro. I see all you guys. Robert Schindal. We'll do more. Okay, we'll do more. Oh, and Peter Matthew just joining the Elite membership. Did you get in that Facebook group? I hope you did. If you didn't, get in there. Zoe going to get you in quick. Oh, Nick, John Strange is here. Yeah, I usually show up on time. I can't get the thing to work, but today it's working good. Pete's How To Review says he has 5 more spots to fill for a total of 2 cards. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Yeah, dude says there's 90 watching and only 3 likes. Yeah, hit that like button. Come on. Why haven't I bought the Polche pack? Too many opportunities are everywhere. Yeah, I totally get that. Erica McClellan says that Thursdays are my favorite day. I will not miss these Thursdays. Something really, really important has to happen to miss these. Where's my boy Mitch Tebow? Jake, I need a video idea today. Tell me what to talk about. You're the expert. Go through this. Put this on in the background. You're going to find so much material because I'm going to rapid fire through this. You're going to get a ton here. Handling objections is always great, but just go through. Just put this on in the background. You're going to find something good. I'm starring some of these things that I might miss later, but let's Frederick watch that video. Thank you. Peter, join the Facebook group. Zoe, hit up Peter, or Jane, one of you hit up Peter and tell him to join that Facebook group. Get in there. All right, I'm going to blast through these, and then we'll be giving prizes, having great discussion, all that. But I want to get moving because some people are going to be watching this later and they don't want to sit there watching me chatter the whole time. So let me put where's the arrow? Where's the arrow button? 9 by 12, 20, 25. Hot tips, rapid fire, hot tips for whatever stage you're in. This is just going to be great little bombs dropping. Wait, that's the wrong button. I was doing so good too. Where's the right button? It's right here, I think. I think I just hit this. Yeah. Okay, number 1, sell yourself first. This is really important. You're going to do 9 by 12 system, which if you don't know is this card here. It looks like this. It's a 9 by 12 postcard. It's got a bunch of different spaces that you can put different people's ads on, and everyone shares the cost, and you make roughly $5,000 profit if you do 10,000 of them. It doesn't cost any money up front. If you do 2 a month, you're making 10 grand. That's $100,000 a year. It's plus, what is that, 110 or something a year. It's a lot of money. It's enough to quit that nasty job of yours. But number 1, you have to sell yourself first. If you are not sold on it yourself, you will have a hard time pitching this. If you don't firmly believe how valuable this is, you gotta believe that this is good for advertisers to be on, this is good for consumers to get, and that this is a bargain, that the price is a really good bargain. This is why pyramid schemes and stuff work, and sketchy salespeople, because sometimes they just are they're so in belief that it's this huge opportunity. It's this opportunity that you cannot pass up, that they sell it just based on that. You have to have that kind of, you have to sell yourself, okay? You have to go through it. Make sure you understand that this truly is a really good deal. And this is not a pyramid scheme. I'm just saying this is why a lot of people sell them well, because they truly believe that they're sold on it themselves. And I'm not a fan of pyramid. I hate pyramid schemes and MLM. So just, you have to understand what it costs to do mailings and why this is a tenth of that cost, and how this really is an opportunity that another business owner shouldn't say no to. If you're sold on it yourself, you won't have to question yourself during pitches. You got a business owner that says, this is stupid. Direct mail is dumb. This is 2025. Why are you selling direct mail? You're an idiot. You don't want that stuff getting you down and questioning yourself. Oh, is direct mail really dead? I'm an idiot. You don't want to be questioning yourself. So sell yourself on it first. I can't stress how important that is. I really can't. I'm starring, Mitch is doing the reaction video to live stream. You're going to love this. I'm just reading some of these, but I probably shouldn't. I'm trying to stay up on top of the things, and then I'll hit the star button so I can bring them up later. Jerry Rodriguez is here. Oh, someone super chatted too. Saquon, my boy Saquon, $5. Nice. That is awesome to see you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Great to see you. Sell yourself first. Think of the season ahead. If you like this format, tell me too, because I really enjoy it. Think of that season ahead. Right now, this is actually the slowest time. I have a specific video that I'm going to make on this. And Mitch, this may be good, the thing that you want to bring up. The middle of summer is the slowest time for marketing sales. And it's a slow time for most businesses too. This is a slow time. People go on vacations. People get just into summer. They are not thinking so much of buying. There's no major holidays. There's no major shopping holidays. Kids are out of school. It is not a really peak time. Some business is hit their peaks during the summer, but in general, and especially for marketing, this is a slow time. This is where your slowest time is probably going to be right now. You're going to talk to business owners, and they're going to be like, not right now. You're going to get a lot of that. So think of the season ahead. What is the next season that's coming up? It's going to be the fall. Are we at summer? Is today the first day of summer or something? I think it might be tomorrow. Summer is just about to get here, but trust me, this thing will be over real soon. You start hitting August, we're almost to July. August is going to be where businesses start thinking of what they're going to do in late August, early September for the fall. This is going to come up on us really fast. And if you're not thinking of that season ahead, you're going to be too late. You're going to be too late to the party. If you're not talking to businesses now about doing a mailer in the fall and what's going to happen in the fall, even if it's just planting a seed, if you're not talking to them now, you're not going to get their ad budgets. You're going to come back in the fall and they're going to be like, I already did this. You're too late. You got to get the stragglers. So please think of the season ahead. Think of what's ahead. This is true for any time. Even if you're watching this and it's in the middle of winter, you are going to be thinking about the spring. It's only going to be a couple months away. Once the fall hits, you have this huge, late August, September, you're going to have so many businesses spending money because you're going to have the early fall, the deep fall. Then you're going to have winter, and you're going to have the whole holiday season, all this holiday shopping. Then it's going to come right to an end. You're going to have New Year's, and then it's going to be a little bit of a dead period of time, and you're going to be right back into spring, which is crazy. Then you'll fall into this lull that's right now. Even if you're thinking of just starting a 9x12 right now, you may actually want to plan this thing for the fall. If you're really antsy to make money, you can sell print at the same time, but you might have a little bit of a hard time filling a card up for August if you're just starting off right now. Now, if you're already many cards deep, you probably have advertised already, you're fine. But starting out right now, you probably want to start planning for a card that's going out more towards the fall, which is going to be here before you know it. I'm starring a bunch of stuff. Oh, Andrea says tomorrow, the first birthday. And it's Andrea's birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday to our trusty office secretary, Andrea, who also has to put her cat down on her birthday. So that's the 13, 14 years old. I had to do that too a few months ago. It was very, very tough. Very, very tough. Billy Bender says, I have been building a list, that sounds good already, of those that check back for the September card, which means you reach out in August. Exactly. That's when they spend the money. That's when they spend that money. Rhonda says, how often do you barter ad spaces? I love bartering. If you talk to me or Scott Meisner or a lot of people, we have so much stuff. Free restaurants, home services. I think Scott got his whole landscaping bartered. Bartered is fantastic, especially if you have Sideho LLC, John says. Especially if you have, what was I going to say? Especially if you have empty space on a card. Barter. Go after some barters. Mark says seasonality planning sifts pros from novice marketing. I can't agree with that more. A pro marketer is going to be thinking ahead. They are not thinking of what can I sell today. That's a hobbyist person or someone just starting out. A pro marketer is taking this seriously and building lists and talking to people for what's about to come. They're not so consumed with raking someone over the coals right this second and grabbing whatever money's in their pocketbook. Like, you want to get into that budget. You're not looking to just grab into their pocketbook or their loose change. You're looking to get into that budget where they budget for the big fall marketing, for the big spring marketing, where they're going to put their money in. Bumblebee says, so I shouldn't go out next week and try to start selling ads. I think that you should talk to people, but you should really think about when is this card that you want to put out going to go out? So if your card is planning to go out in August, most likely it's going to be mid-August, you have to think to yourself, who am I going to approach? What am I going to kind of pitch them on? What is going on in mid-August? And you'll probably find that there's really nothing going on. There's no major events. There's no major holidays. It's like a really, really early fall, it's a little bit too early. So you're going to get a lot of check back with me laters. You may want to use that time and just take a couple more. All you have to do is literally just take a couple more weeks and delay things by a couple weeks. And just get ready for the fall season is my advice. Just being honest. And I want to see you have as smooth of a sailing of a 9x12 card as possible. I want you to spend lots of time. This is where you should be spending a lot of time. There's things that you should be spending a little bit of time or not much time. And there's things that you should be spending a lot of time on. And here are the three things you should be spending lots of time on. Picking neighborhoods. This should you put effort. Put as much effort as you can, as you can. This is not something that I'm going to tell you to curb or limit. Don't spend too much time on this. Spend lots of time on this. Spend as much time as you need. Spend more time. Spend lots of time. You can never spend too much time really on this. Picking neighborhoods. Picking the places that it's going to mail to. The more attractive the places your card is going, the easier these spots are going to sell. As an advertiser, as a business owner, you can be really infatuated with seeing where these are going. We all know, as business owners, we all know where we want to target for the most part. Like if you're in home services, you're going to know the neighborhoods that sound attractive. Now, if you just say, I'm sending this out to 10,000 people, I don't know, it's going all over. Well, it's not super vague. It's like, hey, it's 10,000 people. That's cool. But where? Knowing where these things are going to go can mean the difference between a very easy ad spot sold and not so easy. So pick the neighborhoods. What's that involve? Research. Like you're going to have to do a little bit of research. The pros are going to do research. Go drive around. Okay, go take your spouse or your friend or something or your mom, just go driving around and say, okay, where would people maybe wanna reach? Oh, this is the nice part of town. Oh, this suburb looks really nice. Everyone here seems to have a nice lawn. Everyone here has pools. Wow, this is a great little neighborhood. There's a lot of these homes that look like they could use new roofs. And it's a suburban middle-class neighborhood or something. You're just looking around, analyzing. It's like you put on little glasses and you're thinking in the terms of a business owner. Where are they going to want to reach? You got to do that work. The more nice areas you pick, the more valuable your card is going to seem, the perceived value and the real value. Like you've done good research on where to send this thing out. This is skipped by a lot of people. I think most people, because they're lazy, which is okay. It's my generic advice of just go into EDDM routes and filter them by income and look at the top ones. Maybe look at the ones just a few under the top, and those are your nice neighborhoods. That'll get you by. That'll get you in the right area. But you really should spend a lot of time figuring out the best areas. Maybe cherry pick in all different places so that someone sees the card where it's going and it's going here, it's going here. Can you name these areas? Are these nice gated communities? Are these lucrative neighborhoods that you can name? And it's over here, it's over there, easily nameable so that the business owner can say, wow, I got to get on this. This is crazy. How much is it going to cost me? $5,000? Then you drop it on them that it's $600 and it's like, sign me up now. Where's my boy Kirk? He on here? He's usually on here. Where's Sarah? I ain't seen her. I'm not looking at comments like I usually do. But pre-selecting spaces also. That means take some time and think of who you want on your card. If you have my mastery course, I walk you through all that. But I think people skip through that whole portion. I think they try to go to pitching and closing. Pre-select who you want. And I'm not saying the actual companies, but the industries. So if you're thinking, okay, this card's going to go out in August, or this card's going to go out in July, or this card's going to go out in September, who should I have on the card? What industry? Should I have an HVAC? Should I have a pool company because pools are going to be closing? Should I have lawn care for aeration? Maybe do a little research, do a little chat GPTing and say, for landscapers in August, what do they typically sell? And you'll find the things that they typically sell. Aeration or overseeding. HVAC might be tune-ups for their AC. Now's the time to do it to get your thing ready for the winter, cheaper, something like that. Hairstylist, salon, restaurant, pizzeria. You pre-select who you want on the card. Then you find these areas with those lenses. Say who's going to want to be, who on this card is going to want to reach these people. So spend time on that and your prospect list, your actual digging of who you're going to go after. Spend time on these. Otherwise, you're going to be driving all over. You're going to be calling all over and emailing random people and not keeping track of who's who. You're going to be doing a lot of unnecessary work. Spend lots of time on these. Spend little time, very little time on a website. You spend no time on that. Okay, buy Carolyn Hutchinson's Kenosha Spotlight template or something, or I think Mitch Tebow's got a website builder. Just something. Just if you want a website, just slap it up there. That's it. Be done with it. Branding. Don't be spending time on your brand. No one cares. Your brand doesn't even exist. It's not relevant. It's not important. It is not important. Spend so little time on this. It will be important later. When you're 10 cards down the line, that kind of stuff will be important. But right now, it is not important. Software. Don't be buying all this expensive software and just complicating things. Complexity. If something is complex, Don't spend time on it. Just don't. Everything should be very, very simple in the beginning. Extremely simple. I'm starring a lot of comments that I will get back to. And Andrew says, barter. I got my truck detailed food credit at restaurants. Very nice. Very nice. I'm just starring a bunch of stuff here. Oh, Robert Brown just bartered a painter to get my neighbor's garage door painted. It was bothering you that bad? What a good neighbor. Back to school here in August in Georgia. Yeah, different places have different school schedules. Haircuts. You got a lot of hair cuts, sports equipment, music rentals, like instrument rentals. That's a under the radar niche. That's always good for a space. Brenda and Mario's cards went out today. So excited. That's amazing. Super Shiro says, love the topics today. Awesome content. Thank you. Gold nuggets. That's all this is. These are just gold nuggets. I'm just dropping them. Ooh, EDM Tools, Will Bradwell. Super chat. Love the weekly dose of inspiration. Keeps pushing forward. That's amazing. Andrew, thank you. Andrew Ziegler says, back to school ads with specials for parents and teachers for liquor stores and bars. It's honestly not a bad idea. I'm sure if you talk to liquor stores, they will tell you some of these periods of times are great business, and you don't connect the dots, until you finally connect them and you realize it. It's like divorces are highest in January, right after them holidays, and those bills start coming in. It's when everyone gets divorced. I'm starring a bunch of things here. I also have Route Snip. Oh yeah, I forget about that. That's a very good tool. I do have to do some proper shout outs for you on that. Saquon said with his super chat, man, I thank you so much. If you're in a larger area, spend 2 months Ubering in your town. You will quickly find all the high-income neighborhoods. Ask the Uber guy. Say, where's the nice neighborhoods? Take me to the nice ones. Go on Google. If you're so broke that you can't even afford that, go on Google Earth. Not even maps, just Earth. And go spinning around your neighborhood, your city, your town, and look. You'll find them. You'll find all the nice ones. Joshua Polche had a great idea. I think I missed it. All right, I got to keep going. What did he do? What did he say? Oh, oh yeah. You've got a great system. I should have you on. Josh Polche is an amazing interview. I really should have him on. I also just finished editing. It was Amy and Vacaville, which is going to go up probably this weekend. It might go up tomorrow. Fantastic interview. She's like 10 cards deep right now. She's helping people out. She's on, I believe, 10 cards. She's doing 2 a month. And I had an interview on her first card that I just never got out. And I finally got that thing done, ready to get out, so I'm very excited. But Joshua should be doing another interview. Joshua says, Polche says, I use Melissa data and trace the maps on Google. It took me about 5 hours. This is stuff that you can spend time on. That's something you can spend time on. Now, if you said I spent 5 hours developing my brand logo or a mascot, digitally illustrating a mascot, I would say that's a waste of time. Good afternoon, Jim, but not that. What's Mitch say? Brand is like the cherry on top, but it's useless if you don't have the ice cream first. So true. So true. It's got to come later. Ooh, the Candace is here sliding in. Nice. Starring a bunch of stuff. Pheno's here. I ain't seen. Oh, that's not a hoodie. It's a long sleeve, actually, but thank you. It's actually very hot. It's cold in my office, but it is very hot outside. Pheno says wasted 6 months getting ready. Yep, that's how it is. Hey, thank you, Art Gill. Gave me a big shout out there. Who bites hard on the ads? Let me tell you, who will buy ads easy? Who likes to advertise on the 9x12, especially consistently? High ticket businesses, high visibility and branded businesses, and aggressive underdogs. These are 3 you can count on types of businesses that advertise consistently and easily. Low friction, high value, long-term advertisers on these cards. You're talking businesses that have high ticket sales, home service, upper home services, so like window replacement, roofing, lawyers, cosmetic dentists, furniture stores, mattress stores, car dealers, places that have to spend a lot of money to get leads, and that they only need a couple. They don't need 100 responses. I'm going to show you a guy in our elite group made a really great post. I could probably throw that up. I think I have it like right there. Yeah. He posted this today in our elite group. If you're not in there, you should really get in. He said, because he's doing great. He's pumping out cards, and he says, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he says, like, yes, you can make six figures easy. I've never seen a business owner that wasn't impressed. But he said essentially the same thing. I know very few business owners who don't want to reach 10,000 for a nickel a door. It's as simple as that. Focus on companies with big ticket items: power sports, fence companies, furniture companies, banks, countertop companies, window companies. Avoid at first the small companies. The $30 haircuts take a lot of time to recoup their investment. Small ticket businesses, especially retail, little retail shops, it's great to help them, and they're great people to work with. But they often don't know what they're doing, and they don't know anything about marketing. They think in terms of making TikToks and maybe spending, what can I spend $30 on? What can I put $50 in? And they're not used to they're not used to long-time value, customer lifetime value. They don't know anything about that. So they just think, I want to spend $50 and I want to get 10 people coming through. And they don't realize that that's probably not going to happen. And they'll only advertise once, and they'll be giving you a lot of hassle about the ad and stuff, and then it's like they don't advertise again. Sometimes they get business, and then they say, okay, I'm busy now. I'll do it again when I'm slow. So focus on the high-ticket businesses that are used to spending money. Those are the people who really do say, yeah, I want in on this. The businesses that you see a lot of branding, where you see their name all over. You see a realtor with their face all over, that person's advertising on your card. You see a HVAC thing and they're everywhere. Usually it's the type of businesses that you can just name off the top of your head. I'm sure there's a mattress store that you can think of right now. There's an insurance agent that you can probably think of. Maybe they have jingles, they have billboards. Go drive around and look at who's advertising on billboards. If you see the same company like 5 times within a half-hour drive, that person is probably going to advertise on your card. Aggressive underdogs, one of my most useful groups of prospects to target, are businesses that aren't the big dog, but they're the people that are right under it. They're like the competitor that comes in second or third. And they're usually relatively new, and they're aggressive. They're putting a lot of money into marketing. Sometimes they come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, you always hear this one business, this one car dealer, but all of a sudden in the last year, you're hearing about this other one. That they're putting their name, their face everywhere, and obviously they're aggressively trying to take that space and make a name for themselves. Those businesses are going to be very easy to get on your card. They're going to be the easiest ones. So be in tune, be a good marketer, be a professional, and be in tune with who's advertising. Look around, look everywhere. Who are you seeing advertising? Is something advertising more? Do you see radio ads? Put on the radio. Listen to who's running radio ads. All this stuff as a professional marketer is going to pay off really, really big for you. Mitch says, as a low ticket business owner, I'm offended. You think I don't know about it? I always like grouping, saying that everyone's running a little crap business and everyone's got a little pea brain. When really we're all in that group, you got some business, you got these workers' compensation lawyers spending $6,000 per click. It's like $300. Is anyone in digital marketing? What's the highest? What are it's got to be in the workers' comp, personal injury claim, insurance settlement. What's that? Asbestos insurance settlement. I think a few years ago that was the highest click. Some of these clicks have to be just a click, just literally a Google click, are in the hundreds. You click that thing. Sometimes I just want to write, what do I do by my asbestos lung, and just start clicking start driving everyone's freaking cut for fun. It's got to be high. It's got to be 500. The highest clicks have to be $500 to $1,000 now. It has to be. Mark Hackney says, please gate this content on a paywall. There was a long period of time where I would never put this stuff up on it. I'd say, I can't do it. I got to charge for this and stuff. Now I just put it up. Whatever. If you're going to sit and watch a live stream for an hour or so, do it. That's the kind of That's the kind of marketers I want to help. Danny Quaid is here. Great to see you. Art Gill says, already this is one of my favorite live streams. Oh, that means so much. That's so much. That really does. Okay, keep going. Keep it going. We'll run some more giveaways too. There's always going to be, I put this together really quick. There's probably a few that I'm not thinking of right off the bat. But there's always going to be, what's this, like 6 or so? 3, 6. Yeah, I just thought of like 6 or so that you can always get on a card. You can always, there's probably 8 which will pay for your card. It will literally break even your card that you can always count on no matter where you are. There are these 8 businesses that you can count on to go on your card. You will find a realtor that will go on your card. Absolutely, 100%. There's a realtor that will get on your card fast. There's an insurance agent that will get on your card. There's a window replacement business that will get on your card. There's a lawn care. There's a pizzeria. And there's a restaurant. There's at least these 6 that will get on your card. I would say pool company too, unless it's like the dead of winter or really that's it. But they're usually pretty good because you have pool openings, pool closings, maintenance, shopping. That's another one that you can almost guarantee besides a few months. But these are round the year. Like you will always get one of these businesses on there. So these are gimmies. These are businesses that they will go on your card. Tiffany says, thanks so much. And thank you so much too. Oh, Lucy Brenton is here. Came to YouTube to watch EDM tools videos and saw Jake is live. Oh, nice. Watch the detour. This is a really good one. So please do keep it in the background. Mosquito pest control. Amazing. And you should be thinking about, and this will go on for a few months. So this is good to have on there, but this is something that should be in your pipeline, back in the winter, because these businesses are going to need to advertise. I subscribe to one myself, which they're so busy, it's hard to get them to come out. This is stuff that you should be thinking of beforehand. Joshua Polche says, this is gold. Nobody listens to the good content. It's funny. You put the good stuff on, they don't. This is 137, which I'm very grateful for. But you would think like this is probably one of my lowest viewed live streams right now. For whatever reason, whatever. I like sharing this stuff with you. Thank you, the Candace. All right. Think of all the whys. This is a really good one. Think of all the whys people would advertise on your card. This is really good. Because you want to use this in your pitches. You want to use it to sell yourself. You want to really understand why a business owner would want to be on your card. What's the thought process? Sometimes they don't always know. And you've got to do the thinking for them. You got to put something in perspective for them. Or say a little phrase that wets their whistle. So think of the whys. And if you have another thing to put on here, I think I put 9 of them, 9 or 10. Throw it in the chat. These are the whys. Why would someone advertise on this card? Why? Why are they going to spend their money with you? Reaching lucrative neighborhoods. So if you can tell them, hey, where this is going to Dove's Landing, this is going to Heron's Peak, this is going to the 4th Ward or something, these attractive, lucrative areas. That's, oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I want to be in there. Maybe some people want to reach people they can't get digitally. Maybe they're doing a lot of digital marketing and they need to do something else. Maybe they're doing everything and they're like, give me something else. Okay, this is the new channel. This is something that we're going to reach people that aren't clicking and searching Google for. It's another way to reach different people. Be the only one on their industry on it. That's a big one. Maybe they just want to be the only HVAC. They want that spot. They want to be the pool company on here. And I separate this next one, even though it's the same, but it's worth separating to keep competitors off it. That's different because it's just a different thinking. It's like you could say, or they can think of why I don't want my competitor on there. Maybe I'm not totally sold on doing this, but I do not want a different realtor on there. This thing is going to my area. I definitely don't want my main competitor on this thing, and I know she'll go on it or he'll go on it. Real quick, I had I might be on this one. I do a community card in my own village, and there's a realtor. She's crazy, but she made a Facebook post knocking direct mail. She's like, yeah, direct mail's stupid. I can't believe anyone does postcards and stuff. Yeah, she's on this one. her competitor. So I put this community card out, which just goes to our community, and she lives there. So this is like her area, and I put her competitor on there, and she's like, Jake, why didn't you put that? I said, you're posting on here how you think direct mail's stupid. I'm not going to put you, I didn't mean that, blah, 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 some this, I get, so I put her competitor on there. Yeah, but I don't want to show it. It's so funny. This is what a community card looks like, though. She's on the back, the other girl. Leanne has actually advertised on this, too. Leanne's also a realtor. I don't have her card in there, but it's a community card. It's just a nice little other way of doing 9x12s at a smaller scale. To keep competitors off it, to try and see what happens. Sometimes you can use that. Sometimes you're talking to these little mom and pop type low ticket businesses, and you want to sell a space. They're probably not going to keep doing it. You don't know how their results are going to be. Just say, try it, see what happens. Who knows? Give it a try. That's a lot of the thinking some people have. To take advantage of a bargain opportunity. Some people, a lot of business owners, savvy business owners, just like a bargain. They see an opportunity come across. Hey, this seems like a good opportunity, and this is a good deal. Seems like a good bargain. People love bargains. So they may buy it just because of that. Hitting everyone during a prime season. It may be their full on prime. I gotta put all the money I can and do everything I can during this prime season. Maybe it's the early spring or early fall, and they just want to hit everyone they possibly can. Many businesses operate that way, and if you can time this right or plant a seed, get this in front of them, you will have a deal. Some just want to be exposed everywhere. They just want their face on it. If you got something that's getting eyeballs on it, they want their face. These are the ones that are on billboards, that are on grocery store tickets, that are on TV, that are on radio. You can look around, you can see their stupid face all the time. These are those people. And to try something uniquely different. A lot of businesses are tired. They're doing Facebook ads. They're doing Google ads. They're making Facebook posts. Everything is digital. They're used to it. They're like, what else is there? I've tried all this. What else is there? Oh, this is different. Okay. I like different. This seems worth trying. This is different. So those are 9 or 10 quick whys that you should be aware of. You should build these in your pitch. You should be thinking, okay, these are the reasons people are going to advertise in my card. I should probably become familiar with all these things. What kind of insurance companies, Laura Button says? Insurance brokers. So insurance agents, you're talking car, financial, life, car, any of those. They have very high lead costs. Jojo says, has anyone ever gotten a burial plot service? I don't think I've seen one. I've probably seen one come through, but I also know there's like a side hustle type thing where they maintain gravestones and stuff, and that would probably be a good thing to advertise. Manifest Money says, should you walk in the business you want to put on for free as an anchor? Other pizzeria hasn't answered my emails. If they're not answering your emails, I would go to another one. You could just go up but I would try to get a hold of someone you can get a hold of easy, especially if you're giving it away as an anchor, in my opinion. I just want to look at Joshua Polche's thing here. I had a gutter business that's been on my card consistently, spending about $1,100 now, and wants to do a direct mail piece. He also refers me to other businesses on Facebook. Amazing. What did Super Shiro say? I've never seen anyone like Jake that is so enthusiastic to help people, that gives substantive info that can be applied immediately. I mean, I appreciate that so much, Super Shiro. It means a lot. I sleep well at night. That's what I like. I like sleeping well at night. I like helping people. Don't worry, Jake. I'll make sure this live stream ends up being your highest viewed real soon. I appreciate that, Mitch. Give it that golden touch. Give it that golden touch. One of the best streams so far. Thank you. Get a no? What happens if you get a no? We're not going to talk about the verbal jujitsu. You got to say this, because that never works in real life. That's a whole training thing, and it has to be ingrained in your mind and stuff. It's not going to work. It's too much to take on for people who are doing this as a side hustle, just starting up. You'd be a veteran sales pro. No one asks you to be that. Get a no? No problem. There's your answer. No problem at all. Someone says no, or I'll think about it. No problem. Okay, you don't have to attack. You don't have to come back with some clever saying, but you're going to apply a little bit of finesse. So here's the formula. Screenshot this, put it in your notes, memorize this. Repeat it on spot. If just repeat it. Not a big deal. No problem. Businesses, when sometimes their guards is up, there's a red flag, they're just not sure, and they don't know. They're trying to process this. This guy just came through. They got a lot going on, something. I don't know if I trust this guy, this girl. No big deal. So when you say not a problem, it lowers, it's like, oh, wow, they're not trying to sell me something. They're expecting you to come back with something, oh, this is a hassle. Just say not a big deal. Nope, no problem. No problem. Make marketing small talk. Just start talking with them. Say, no problem. Yeah, no problem at all. Great business you have here. That's great. No, see something, oh, I see you got a new sign. Wow, that's really nice. Where'd you get that? Talk to them about advertising, marketing small talk. Complain about employees or something, hiring people. It's so hard. Oh my God, I know it's the worst. And payroll, say things like payroll taxes. Just even if you don't know anything about, just say payroll taxes and workers' comp and throw out these words like, oh my God, you know how it is. Oh, it's the worst. Even if you don't know. Compliment them, plant a seed, just talk. Marketing small. What are you doing for advertising? Oh, we do this. I can't stand this place. And, oh, man, this one, the Google ads are it's running, paid this place to do these social postings, and you're agreeing with them. You're on this side of the table with them. I always use that analogy. I never want to be on the opposite side. I want to be on their side. I want to listen to that and agree and complain and laugh and ask questions. And over a couple minutes, their guard is going to go so far down, they're going to be like, this guy or this girl is great. They're not trying to sell me something. Maybe I should take a look at what they have. Talk to them about print, anything down the road. And then you can say these things like down the road. You think down the road, maybe you'll want it, maybe in the fall, you might want to do something. Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. I'm telling you, after a few minutes, you guys are going to be like best friends. And they're gonna then start thinking, wait, maybe there is something to this. They're gonna feel bad. There's gonna be reciprocity. And then you say, it's called the Columbo close. There was like a TV show or something. The guys would do this, but it's called the Columbo close. And you just say one last thing, because just as you're about to leave, you're having a great time. The guy probably feels bad, or the girl feels bad that you just wasted your time. And you say one last thing. What's stopping you from going on here? You say something like that, just at the very end, like, what, could I change your minds or anything that was really stop? And then you'll find that they often just tell you, you know what? Yeah, put me down on the space. Let's do it. I'm telling you that will work. And it's not a big deal even if you say no and it doesn't work. Good things are going to happen. I'm telling you, just not a problem. Not a problem. Make small talk. And then at the end, just add, what was it? How come you don't want to get on this? Like, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you don't want to be on here. Jim, I'm going to feel really bad. But just to warn you, I really want a pool company on here. I got to get one. I wish it was you, but I don't be mad at me when... and you name their competitor, is on here and you're not. I wish you would have gone on there. It's totally fine. I hope you do at some point. And you're going to sell that space. That's pro level closing. That right there, what I just told you, is top tier pro level closing. What pro level closing looks like is that, not this verbal jujitsu where you have a crafty answer and you have some snarky response and you win the my boy Kirk Hiltz, who used to be my boss, he says you win the argument, lose the war. Win the argument, lose the war. That is not pro level closing. People think that like a sales closer, they always have the right comeback and this response and this, they're going to do the mic drop and stuff. Like that is not, that's like advanced closing, but not top tier professional pro ultra finesse closing. The thing I just show you here, where you get a no problem, making small talk, you have every intention of the world of closing this deal, but you are totally just saying no. You're just saying, not a big deal. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, not at all. I would assume I'm not enough in the car industry. Like I've only bought a few new cars and stuff. I haven't really I'm not in that industry or know it that well enough, but I would assume the best car and finance and insurance people car salespeople are probably nothing you would think of as high pressure. That you would probably, the last thing on your mind would be that they are a high pressure salesperson because their finesse is so high. You say no and they're no problem. Yeah, absolutely. You know, whenever you're go shop around, whatever. Yeah. And they're talkative and they're not, and at the end, and then you start feeling bad and you're like, okay, this guy isn't so bad when he had every single intention of closing that sale. That's what you want to. That's what you want to strive for. It's really not hard. Just starring a bunch of stuff. Oh, mystical dragonfly is here. Thank you. Get that Gatorade. I love the white cherry. That's my favorite. The glacier cherry. I'm looking through these. I gotta stay on top. I'm looking at your comments and stuff, and I gotta Mitch says buy my course instead of his. They're both great. Get them all. Get them all. Spend that money. Rack that credit card up. Hit that credit card. I actually have a list of things to buy too in a little bit. You don't have to buy it, but I have a list there if you want it. I'll look at this stuff in a second. Use half spaces. I got to keep it moving. Use them half spaces. Stephen Bailey's a master at that. If you go through my interview with him, where's the Stephen Bailey card? Use a half space, okay? This is his card. This is Stephen Bailey's in Augusta, Georgia. These are full spaces, right? Where's a half space? These are half spaces. So offer half. Offer $350 or $650 for the whole space. Whatever your pricing is, just make the full space a little bit more. Now you can sell 10,000 piece ads for $350. And you're actually making more profit. If you sold them all at that, you'd make even more money. So give them a choice. If you want to lower the price point a little bit, give them a little choice, a little option. See? Half spaces. Credit Stephen Bailey. Half spaces. Full space or half space. So now you can meet different price points and still not be losing money. Use down the road. I mentioned that in other things. Say that all the time. Down the road. You think down the road you might want to do this? I use that phrase all the time. I use that when I'm pitching 9x12s or shared space, but also, and solo mailers, but also with print. Just say, hey, I'm a local print service, however you want to word it. Marketing and print. I do business cards and brochures. Do you think that might be anything down the road you might need? Just pitch it like that. Just say down the road. It's it brings those guards down. Like, not now. Yeah. Oh, yeah, down the road. Yes. Oh, I need something now. Oh my God, now? Oh yeah, Manifest Money says talk about how the prices are, say, inflation. Yes, that's another one to throw out there. Inflation. You got to look around and see if they're Trump or Biden people or whatever, and you look at whatever one, and then you say whatever will get them. Oh my God. MP Creative says, if they say not this time, maybe I'll get you on the next one. Be sure to schedule your outreach with a CRM so you don't forget. I just sold a spot by scheduling a text 3 months out. CRMs are great for that. They keep you on target. If you're not ready to do a CRM, which is fine. If you're just starting out, you don't really need to get a CRM right at the beginning. If you don't want to overcomplicate things, you could just use Siri. You can just say, you just go on the thing and say, I can't say it because it's right here, but say Siri, remind me to call whatever on this date. It's freaking listening to me. Jesus Christ. I stuck it underneath my foot. Oh my God. That's how good they are now. I got to get rid of this comment. There we go. So use that word down the road. Who will give you trouble? What business is going to give you trouble? Hobby businesses. These are businesses that aren't real businesses. They're someone sprung up and they're little shops. They're often little retail shops or little like consulting services or marriage counseling type things and things that are really just hobbies that someone has patched together as a business. They don't really know marketing. They don't have a lot of money. They don't really know what they're doing. They're going to give you trouble. They're going to give you the worst trouble with their ads and response. And they're going to be, I didn't get any customers. And I can't believe I just spent all my money on this ad and stuff. They're trouble. Not to say not sell them, but to be prepared for that. Mom and pop retail. I mean, I love mom and pop. I love mom and pop. I live for it. And mom and pop retail is tough because They don't know marketing. They have very low ticket services. These are businesses that are likely to fail. They have all the passion in the world for a while, but then they fail. They're tough. They will give you trouble. You will go through revision and revision and revision over their ad, and you got to wonder, like, oh my God, why are you being this picky with an ad that you're literally selling like a $10 trinkets? Just do this thing and get it over with. Sometimes you want to refund them. Sometimes just say, I can't deal with this. And small thinkers. These are the people that go in and they like, I know everything about marketing. Don't tell me about marketing, and direct mail is stupid. Those are the people that give you trouble. Those are people not even worth it. Idiots. Little crap business. Ron Douglas says, oh, gave you a big shout out, Ron. Did you see that? If they don't have the vision and want to argue, move on. Only work with the ones that get it. Yeah, arguing and stuff. Oof, not worth it. Roger says it's difficult to send to condos, right? Yeah, I mean, it kind of, because you can. It's just that they'll stick them on a stack in the community thing. If you're specifically targeting condos, I'd probably go targeted. But if it's just part of your routes, that's fine too. For EDM, follow up. Who had just Mike in Florida had just mentioned, he just sold a thing. Just follow up. Okay, go get a CRM of some system. Use your phone, use a spreadsheet, something, and stay on top of these leads. That's what professionals do. Please do that. Meet in person. You can prospect any way you want. Facebook ads, Messenger, emails, prospect however, phone calls. But try, if you can, to meet in person. If you can get this thing in front of them, if the prospecting can go, hey, I'm doing this. Can I show you this? Can I stop by and show you what it looks like? You're going to have a very high chance of selling. You're just going to sell more. And you're doing business with these people. You might as well meet face to face. Here's a big one. Reinvest profits. This is not something most 9x12ers think about, because this is businessy type stuff. This is where we get into business stuff and not just the hobby stuff, side income hustle. A side hustle, which is fine, really implies that you're not reinvesting anything. A side hustle, it's like an Uber driver. You make the money and you just keep driving. You're not a pro Uber driver, probably reinvests that money and buys a specific car or something, but it makes business decisions. But it's the difference between like a side hustle and side income and a real business is, are you reinvesting those profits? What are you reinvesting them into? Instead of taking all the profit, why don't you reinvest these things? To really be a true business, you're going to have to reinvest that profit. That's why I advocate, as crappy as it sounds, I really advocate working a job to pay the bills. And even if you do Uber and deliveries or work a job just to pay the bills. Just to get those bills paid so that you're not having to pay your bills and live off your business money. You can't really do that. You can't take money out of your new business and pay the bills. You'll suffocate your own business. Who's the guy? Why can't I think of his name? He started Fubu. He's on a Shark Tank. Why can't I think of his name? What the heck is his name? Man, I'm drawing a blank. But he had exactly the same thing. He had a short I saw a few years ago. I was like, oh my God, this guy, like, I'm not stupid. I was saying that forever. And then I'm like, oh my God, okay, this is justified. It's valid. He said the same thing, like, get a job and pay, and then use the business to reinvest, use the business profits to reinvest, and don't be spending this money from your new business to pay your lifestyle, because you're just going to suffocate. Your business isn't going to grow if you just keep taking the money out. So what do you do with that money? You can give print away. That's a really smart way to reinvest the profits. And you probably won't really even have to do it. Just give print away. Give 500 business cards away. If you've got $4,000 in profit from your card, set aside like $500 and say, I'm going to put $500 of this into giving print away. I'm going to see what that can do. Because if you're doing marketing right, you're going to get an ROI. You're going to get a 5 times plus ROI. So if you give $500 worth of stuff away, you should be getting quite a bit back, a few $1,000s back. I wouldn't be surprised if you get $3,000 to $4,000 back on a $500 investment, just giving print away, because it's going to turn into bigger deals. Outsource and hire would be my main thing. You would be making money to outsource, to hire, to do all the things that you shouldn't be doing, right down from the lead generation to the prospecting to the bookkeeping, the secretarial, all that stuff you should be having someone else do. That's what's going to grow your business the fastest. That's a great place to reinvest your money in. You should also invest in some software and tools. That could be QR code subscriptions, like I really like Unicode. And I'll put all these links in the description after the show. I'll throw them all into the description. But I do have a nice little list, too, that I'll show you of stuff that you can buy. A CRM, some kind of CRM, cloud storage. You're going to be passing a lot of files around. Cloud storage is nice. Canva Pro is a great thing to reinvest some profits into. Payroll, you might want it. You're going to be hiring people. You're going to need to be paying payroll service. I strongly recommend gusto.com. QuickBooks Online or some accounting. All that stuff these are all costs of doing businesses. They're going to add up. Reinvest those profits in there. Grow your business smartly. Tom Shadowan says, who's a couple cards in, says, I don't know about everyone else, but I have to be face-to-face to make the sale. It's a great way to sell. You don't have to be. For you, that is a must, but it is a great way. 140 people. We could not crack 200 people on here. I'm surprised. Whatever. Here's a bunch of tools and products. It's just a bunch off the top of my head. I don't think I'm missing any in particular. Let me open this up a little bit more. If you don't have them, these are things that you can consider just putting some money into. The mastery course, highresponsemarketing.com/9x12. The elite membership, which is $44 a month, and you get in the private Facebook group, which is incredible because you're around people who have done dozens and dozens or hundreds of cards and have been in every situation you can imagine. Physical samples, about $25. The pre-made ad packs, I have one. Scott Meisner has one. Joshua Polche has one. A lot of people forget this one. Bill W. He's in the Detroit area in Michigan. He's did a 7-year of Postcards guide, which is great. Totally changed his life. Kevin Dyke's stay-at-home dad email script is a real winner. Will Bradwell's rapid slips for filling out EDM paperwork fast, and route snips too. He's got 2. So if you ever need EDM paperwork done fast, like that is the way to go, is to just upload it to his site. It takes a second. Mitch's school community. Mitch Tebow is live on here. He's got his CRM. He's got his school community. A lot of people have came out of that with a lot of success. The interviews, my high response 9x12 interviews and podcasts. You can go back 15 years and just listen to people, many of them still doing it today, and just hear how they've tackled all different situations. You go on my YouTube and see the videos. Talus, Grant and Ernie's directory card template. So if you want to do like a format with a directory card, that's a really good one. That looks like this. That's a directory format. Erica McClelland has put one of those out not too long ago too. ChatGPT, there's a pro version too. I subscribe to the pro version. I really don't. I think it's just faster, gives you less limitations. I don't know. But for making agreements, some of you guys want like a contract agreement, or how do I word this, or how do I protect myself from this, or do I need to charge tax on this? Do realtors need to be compliant on their ads with this or something? It will answer it for you. It's very useful. And my local marketing masterclass, if you want to drop the big money, get my whole mastery class and learn everything there is about like targeted mailing and consulting and stuff like that. So those are some great resources if you do need them. And remember that this is a business. So there are taxes, record keeping, liability, accounting, and businessy decisions at every turn. Everything as it grows, it's going to get more complex, and it's going to get more, numbers are going to get bigger, and liability is going to get higher. It is a business. So while I think it's the easiest business to start, you don't need anything to start it, and you can make a lot of money really fast. It is a business. So prepare yourself for that. Watch YouTubes, watch YouTube shorts on taxes and small business taxes and record keeping, accounting. So just be aware. It is a business. And the money you make, you're going to have to pay tax on it. Okay. You're going to have to pay tax. How you deal with that, there's many different ways, but it is going to be, so you need to be deducting things too. Like all that stuff is really important. I think that's, and this, keep your powder dry. That's my last one. Keep your powder dry, which is a old fashioned term. I learned it from Jordan Belfort, but it's to not go in pitching all you've got. Keep a couple things back. I think the simplest thing to kind of keep back is exclusivity. You don't necessarily have to throw that into your pitch that they'll be the only one. You can use that. It's called keeping your powder dry. Keeping some like something going back with the battles and stuff. They would always make sure that they still had something for a big, like an ambush at the end. You need to have something in reserve in case something goes south or they're saying no, and that you can throw in there, maybe to sweeten the deal, maybe to just, they're on the edge, they're on the fence, you need a little something to push them off. You need that little bit extra. Keep something in your back pocket. For me, I think that exclusivity is the perfect one, because you can really pitch a 9x12 great. Oh, battery. Hang on. Gotta switch that battery. Didn't know it was dying. I think you guys can still hear me. Hang on. I do have a permanent battery, but it's a pain to put in. It's a real pain. So I think this will. I think that'll work. There we go. New battery. Sorry about that. It erased everyone. I don't know what happened there. I had everyone on there, and then it just like took it off. I'm going to go through these comments, but I think we should probably do another winner. And then I'll look through these comments. Who's going to win something? Lori Mooney, nice job. Lori, what you winning? What are you winning today? Let's see. Mm-mm. 9x12 installment. You want any 9x12 installment? Just hit up Zoe. Did anyone see Sarah? Is she on here? Usually she says hi, but I don't know if I missed her. Laura Button. Oh, nice, Laura. Did you already win? I feel like you were one of the first winners, or was that a different Laura or something? Well, you can only win once, but let's see. 9x12 installment. Nice job. Then I'm going to look through these comments. A couple more super chats, a bunch of starred comments that I have. Ooh, Paula Hangry Neighbor. Nice. Not too far from me. What you winning, Paul? Oh, you almost won the 15-minute call. You win the consulting cheat code. That's a great product. Just shoot over Zoe at Printing for Super Cheap an email, and she'll hook you up with that. Top commenters are Andrew Ziegler, Jojo Joshua Polche, Super Shiro, nice. Sean tries things. Where's Dorn Brenton? He never showed up today. He's usually on them all. Sean tries things. Nice. And Brian with a huge shout out with his card. I'll have to shout you out next week with your card, because I don't know where they are. I don't know if Zoe forgot or something. She probably didn't. I probably did. Let's see these emojis. Okay. Art says, wait, I'm going through these things. Myra says business owners love that part. No competitors. Yeah. It's a great thing to keep that powder dry. It really is. Joshua says, where'd the physical wheel? Yeah, it's somewhere. I don't know if it's up here. It's probably downstairs. I'm up in the penthouse. It's probably downstairs with all the peasants. Jojo says, I really like the presentation software you're using. Thank you. Everything was working good today. I won before I got the closing installment. Nice. Lori, great to see you here too. Vicky Ruelas, great to see you. BJ says, I like the physical spin wheel better. Okay. Maybe we'll do that next time. There's Lucy Brenton. Haven't seen Sarah. I don't know. Haven't seen Sarah. Hang on. Let me text that to her. She's doing, I think we're renovating our kitchen, so I think she's, I think she's doing that. Where is this again? Yeah, she probably forgot. I send that to her. You guys like this presentation? The split 10K? Yeah, dude says. Can we include competitors on each 5K on their own card? Yeah, you can with the split. Yep, definitely. Tom says, man, you are so real, just like the rest of us. Yep, I am, and I will always be. Always. Ain't no one prying me apart from that. Where's these super chats? Super Shiro. Pure gold. Thank you. Pure gold. Saquon says, should I create a postcard for both black and Latino areas? You know, it's funny because a couple years I've been talking about doing, black owned businesses and stuff, and it's tough. Everyone has a tough time. I don't know. It's something with I don't know if you were around for that discussion, but it's something with black business owners don't tend to want to really make it a point that they're a black business owner because I think they just feel like people won't visit them, and there's probably some truth to that. Whereas if they really they feel that they will lose people if they just all they do is talk about how they're a black business owner. They'd rather just be a business owner. So I just don't see them successfully getting completed, which blows my mind. But I guess I understand. Now Latino Spanish owned business I think is different because I've seen many Spanish cards come through that are all in Spanish. It's a Spanish person putting together Spanish businesses. So that is without a doubt something that is a thing. So I don't know. I think it's a great idea in theory, but doing it, you got to try it. It's probably area dependent too. One place might have better results than another. Just make sure you be getting them restaurants on there. Trying to see where's my starred comments? Oh, right here. Yeah, dude says, can you talk about pricing in 2025? I'm finding that I need to be around 600 per spot to make this sell for 10. Yes, 600. If you 600 as of right now, and the postage is going up, it'll go up $200 on a 10,000 piece mailer. So you really should probably be in the $620 to $650 range. You could also get by if you really don't want to be in that range, but I think you have no problem being in that range. You can also get away with just adding more ads by doing more half ads, adding ads or adding ad here, doing a column structure, and just squeezing a little bit more ads in there to give people the price point that you want to give them. You really should sell the price point that you're most comfortable with, because you have to sell yourself. If you undoubtedly say this is a heck of a bargain, you're crazy for not doing this, sell it at that price point and do what you have to do to get it to that price point. Does the elite membership teach you how to sell print and other things? The main thing with the elite membership is you have the group. So anything you're interested in, there's endless resources and people and discussion. So in a sense, yes. And that's the main thing. There are a lot of guides and products and stuff that come with it too. And I'll give you the print from scratch. I think that's in there. So you'll have that, which is a great guide. But you'll be able to just ask, say this, and then find a million resources and a million people helping. It's so worth it. Yeah, dude says there's a bougie pizza spot by me that charges an arm and leg for their premium pizza. I can only imagine what that is. I think that's it. I just have to be out of here by 2:30. Eric says, I checked the post office EDDM website and I can't select more than 5,000 homes. Yeah, you can, the workaround with that is just to do it over 2 days. So you just pick, say you're doing 10,000, you just pick 10,000 routes today, pay for it, and then 10,000 routes tomorrow and pay for it. You just have to break it up into 2 days, and they don't care when you drop it off. Pick a delivery date of whenever. They really don't care. They won't look at it. They don't care. You bring them in all together, they will just take them. Just pay for the post. Trust me on this. They do not care what those drop-off dates are. Just pay for the postage online over multiple days and bring them all in at once. Easy peasy. Was Danny Quaid say? Yes, certainly in Minnesota we have winter and sometimes it can be brutal. So of course, plowing companies, people who sell plowing. Oh yeah, totally. And that's a lot of times that's lawn care too. You know, they switch. A lot of it's been trending. You might want to look into this now. Here's an ad that will sell right away. You'll sell one right now. Is look up tree lighting, Christmas tree lighting services. A lot of landscapers and stuff will switch to that over the last couple of years. There are businesses that do Christmas tree lighting, and they will buy a spot. They're looking for people right now. That's an under the radar, real killer prospect list. Like you will sell an ad quick. They spend a lot of money in this time right now because they need people to get into it now. I'm telling you that you'll sell a spot right away. Look that up. Christmas light installation. Billy Bender with the super chat. Thank you. Would you include an online only company that the owner is from a town 45 minutes? Yeah, because I don't think that. I mean, I'm going to sell a space. You know, space is a space. They may not do well. I don't care. I may not have high hopes for something like that, but I'm going to sell that space. Yeah. You should be able to look at your card and say, okay, this looks like a local card. This has got local businesses. You can throw a bunch of crap in there also, as long as it's not something where people see and say, oh, this is junk from all over the place. They service that area totally fine. I would take that money. 100%. Rick Miller says the EDM routes for the city I'm targeting is just over 1,000. Is it okay to just hit every door in the area? Yeah, totally. Because then you can say it's everyone. That's what's good about 5,000 piece cards in small communities. You can just say it's everyone. The whole zip, everyone. Wow, people really love that physical wheel. Bring back the wheel for super chats. Yeah, I know, but man, I know everyone was spinning that, but I got a lot of heat for that. Bruce says this was one of the best live streams this year. Thank you. Means a lot. I just thought of it last night. I said, well, I got to think of something good. And then I put it together all morning. Actually, because I'm spending more time on video now, I'm setting aside other stuff. I'm letting my team do all the work they should be doing. And I'm spending more time on content, which is great. With all the peasants. Yeah, they're all down there. Peasanting. Oh my God, BJO Campus says, did your superstar employee return to She's up here now. She just texted me, so we got to meet up with a life update. So she's still down there, but they're trying to move up here. So I'm wondering if she is going to move back up here. Carrie, longtime assistant, outstanding, hates her job. She should have stayed here. Can you imagine you freaking quit working? Yeah, because she was going through college, but she worked for me all through getting her master's and stuff. But can you imagine? I gotta tell these people, Gianna's like this and stuff. They don't like Gianna. She ain't watching this. She doesn't think that this is like a real marketing company. She literally thinks Gianna works in our merch side of things, but she still sees enough, and she thinks that she's going to graduate college with her marketing degree. And I don't mean to put her down, but she knows how much I think that college is stupid. And she really thinks that she's going to graduate college and there's going to be like this endless pool of these huge marketing companies. I don't even know what is in her head. And they're going to hire her for TikTok making and, maybe graphic design or these like major marketing campaigns, or a business is going to spend $15,000 a month with her to make social media posts or something. They are so disillusioned. It's incredible. It's ridiculous. They think that they go to college and they get this degree, and these major, huge marketing firms somewhere in the high rises or something just will be grabbing you, and they, please make TikToks for me, please. Let me give you $200,000 a year to make TikToks. Ron Douglas says, no race, money-owned business. Peter Matthew got some golden nuggets. I'm trying to catch up on these comments. Thank you, Rhonda. She said, great chat. We're going to close this off in less than 10 minutes, probably about 5 minutes. Christopher Perino says, yes, I love business owners who happen to be black, but I avoid the ones who advertise they are. Maybe I'm racist. I think it's a thing. I was looking at, because I wanted to make a black owned business card. But I was like, I don't know if I could do it as a white person. I don't know if that's weird. And everyone said, go for it. But then I did a couple live streams and I had a whole bunch of people who were black too, try to put these cards out and they were struggling. And I'm looking up and I'm finding articles all over the place. And there's like interviews of black owned business owners and all over. And they're like, I don't like even advertising I'm a black owned business. I think it hurts my business. And I don't want to be known as a black, like the black owned person owning business. I'm just a business owner. So that's a thing. While you'd think that black-owned business owner would be like, yeah, I want to be on that card. It's harder than you think. Cataract surgery? Oh, he had I didn't know you had cataract surgery. Thank you for those fragrances. I cracked one of them open the other day. Bruce sent me 5 Tommy Bahama fragrances because I'm a fragrance fiend and I didn't have any of those. I see 2020. Wow. You know what? Some people say the red glass. I'm going to try those. The ice for eye strain, the red glasses. Love the print from scratch. Read it all in one night. That's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Yeah, she moved to. She lives in Suffolk, but she works in Newport News, which I guess isn't the best area. No, she's not doing. No, she was my, like, I would say right hand man, but she was my assistant. We made all such good times. She worked for me all through high school, so like 5 years, mostly over the summers. But we produced for like 4 years in a row. We produced videos. I made a guide every single week. We produce funny videos. They're hilarious. If you go through some of my old YouTubes. We just produced content. She edited them. We brainstormed them and just turned over so much content and had such a good time. She's just outstanding. But she don't do the 9x12 or something. She hated corporate life. She didn't like that. Now she's working a corporate job. Hating it. She's so funny. Joshua says, I keep most of the card local, but I will over a space out of town for premiums price to get to ride along with local businesses. He makes them pay. Mark Hackney says the digital wheels like Google ads. Yeah, I'll have to do the physical one. All right. Wait, Bender says, because he's super chatting me, so I'm going to make sure that I answer this. If this was answered, I will see it on replay. But if not, thoughts on lower price point for restaurants that don't have high... No. You can't... No, that's not fair. That's not fair. And restaurants and stuff, they'll still advertise. Like $500 is in the range of any marketing budget. Really, this card should probably, in theory, be geared to businesses, small businesses. That's because this is really designed for that. But high ticket businesses, they have thousands to spend. They can do their own M3s or own solo mailers. This is truly designed for the small business owner that only has $500 disposable income, and you can make something happen. So I would say really the opposite of that point, that in theory, the high ticket businesses probably shouldn't even be on the card. Of course, they're going to be on the card, and those are the ones you're going to want to advertise because they're going to keep paying you. But really, this is for the little mom and pops to have something to spend $500-$600 on and get some results. So you don't want to drop that price from, because it is a stellar bargain. They're paying a tenth of what they would. The little cafe, the little pizzeria, the little retail shop should never be able mathematically to get 10,000 postcards mailed. That is an ad channel that they should never be able to touch because it would be way out of their budget. It would never work mathematically for them to spend $7,000-$8,000. This 9x12 allows them to take advantage of this super powerful medium and to do that. This allows them to get thousands of dollars in advertising for something that they can afford. So $500, $600, totally a bargain, 100% a bargain. BJ says, I told you Carrie would come back. Yeah, she just I'll probably see her tomorrow or Saturday. Freaking Newport News. I have a legging business, Sean says. I'm trying to set up and thinking I'm going to throw it on a slot with my. Yeah, get yourself free advertising. Totally. All right, we done? Wait, Daryl Turner says I won a prize on one of your last lives with the but lost the information to Okay, that's Zoe. So just hit up Zoe at printingforsupercheap.com. ZOE. And get that prize, Daryl. Janine says, love that Jake isn't talking about cologne. Listen, it was one time I was literally just renovating my new space. I was freaking burnt out, toasted. I could barely function, and someone mentioned perfumes and got me all going. And it was like a dog that got on the wrong sniffing trail. You know, when someone like figure skating, right? And you're doing a live stream on marketing and someone mentions figure skating. Like, it's going to be hard for you to not talk about figure skating for a little bit. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you a ton, Janine. Thank you. Sometimes I don't have the time to just prep these things. So I don't always have the time to put properly polished things together. Ann says, I'm a black-owned business, and I have no preference either way, but yes, some do not want to be identified as the minority owned if their industry is primarily white. You know, I don't think it's anyone's to judge. Like, that's a business decision. That's really a business decision. It's probably smart business. I mean, as bad as that sounds, it could be smart business. Daryl says, I didn't lose it. My 7-year-old daughter doodles on my desk and can't find it. Lewis likes the colognes too. MXL Euphoria says, women-owned business could be a good idea. The more I've gotten to know some of the local owners, a lot of them are women. Yeah, a women-owned business. You could try it, you know, something like that. But I think too that would need a woman selling it. I don't know. I like all those themed cards. I like food themed cards, whatever. Someone said veteran-owned businesses too, which would be great. But my advice, he texted me and emailed me, and I said, you know, the problem is you're going to have to find these veteran-owned businesses, and it's probably a small pool. It's probably so few businesses that you're not going to have a lot to select from, and you're not going to be able to fill a whole card. Then you're going to have to get them all to pay money, which is going to be it's just going to be tough. If you have 30 veteran-owned businesses and only 20% of them do it, you're not going to be able to fill up a card. BJ says is the higher spot. I've not updated the printing pricing for the new post increase. I'll do that closer to July 13th, but it's 2 cents. It's a 2 cent difference. So for full service, you're just going to add 2 cents, and that's after July 13th. If you got a mailer that's going out July 15th, you know, or you're ordering it July 10th, it's fine because we can buy the postage now that day, and then not and avoid that increase. But once it hits July 13th, you got to pay that extra 2 cents. See you, Joshua Polche. Thank you. Oh, Jojo says from that area. I haven't made it down there. I wish I could have. Sean says, what's the Elite do one time? It's a ton of content, cheaper pricing, and most importantly, this Facebook group that's just full of veteran 9x12 and marketers and stuff. I'm going to sign off here a second because I have a bunch of stuff I have to do that I got to get done before 3. I would also avoid a business that advertised their white. Yeah, white-owned business. Oh, my God. Proud white business. Holy crap. I'm sure there are some that do that. White-owned. There's gold in them there streams. Is that in the Newport News? Veteran-owned is a marker in business Google business profile. I wonder if that could be scraped. Oh, maybe, yeah. I just don't think there's enough pool of them to really get a card filled in most cases. I'd love to see it happen. Sean Tries Things says, love you. I love you too, Sean. Yeah, of course she'd talk about figure skating. Thank you. The masterclass is what helped me sell out my first card. Thank you. Thank you a ton. All right. Bad news, they call it Newport. Bad news. Oh, that's funny. She watches these sometimes too. She wouldn't be watching this deep, but sometimes she'll text me and have, you know, mentioning the that she saw my new studio or something. Gotta pay the piper. All right, guys, gotta go. Do you have a page with all the stuff? I'll try to throw it all in links in the description. Come back tomorrow. Okay, bye. Oh, Zoe's here. Hi, Zoe. She's still here. All right, guys, bye. That's it. Had a great time talking with everyone. I will see you later. Thank you. Thank you, Ed Jr. You just and Sarah just texted me and said, "Oh shoot."